God says, my child, your soulmate has ended ties with the third party. They have finally seen the truth, the betrayal, the illusion, the false connection, and they have stepped away. Your heart may have trembled with uncertainty, your mind clouded with doubt, and your spirit weighed down by questions that seemed endless. But now, the veil is lifting. The one who sought to pull your love into shadow has been exposed, and your soulmate has chosen the path that leads back to truth, back to integrity, and back to you. Understand this, my child, the journey to this moment has not been easy for them, nor for you. Your soulmate has wrestled with temptations, with confusion, with the pull of human desire. But the soul does not forget its true purpose. Deep within, beneath layers of error and hesitation, your soulmate has always carried the spark of the bond that connects you, the unbroken thread of destiny that links your spirits across time. And now, that spark has ignited into awareness. They have caught the third party in the act of betrayal, and in that moment, clarity pierced through the shadows. Oh, my child, I see your pain. I feel your trembling heart. You may ask, why did this happen? Why the delay? Why the heartache? Know this, nothing in the human journey occurs by accident. Every trial, every moment of doubt, every tear shed in secret has been a teacher, preparing both of you for the love that must be restored in truth. The exposure of this betrayal is not to punish, nor to wound further, but to awaken, to realign, and to bring your soulmate fully back into the light of honesty and integrity. The third party, who sought to entangle your love in falsehood, has been revealed. Their deceit, once hidden behind smiles and false promises, is now fully exposed. Your soulmate's eyes have opened, my child, to the reality that the connection they shared with this other person was empty, fleeting, and untrue. The act they witnessed, the undeniable proof of betrayal, has shattered the illusion and awakened their soul to the truth they have always known in its deepest core, that you are their true partner, their destined love, the one whose heart and soul are intertwined with theirs beyond measure. I know, my child, that your heart may feel a whirlwind of emotions, relief, anger, sorrow, even fear. These emotions are natural. They are the language of the soul processing the divine unfolding. Yet, I ask you to step beyond the turbulence of the mind and open to the whisper of your spirit. Feel the gentle reassurance, the soft stirring in your chest that says, all is as it should be. The path is being restored. Your love is being honored. This is not merely chance. This is divine timing, orchestrated to cleanse the shadows and return your soulmate to the truth that belongs to your union. Your soulmate, now free from the deception and entanglement of the third party, is experiencing a profound awakening. Their spirit feels the weight of betrayal, not only from the third party but from the ways in which they allowed themselves to be deceived, distracted, or led astray. And in this awakening, they are turning inward, seeking understanding, clarity, and a renewed alignment with the path that always led back to you. Their heart is trembling, my child, not in fear, but in recognition of the sacred bond that has never been broken. Oh, the divine hand has moved even in the moments you could not see. While your soul may have questioned their loyalty, while doubts clouded your nights, every unseen moment was being guided toward this revelation. The exposure of the third party, the undeniable act you may never have wanted to imagine, was necessary for the awakening of both your hearts. It is through truth, no matter how painful, that the spirit finds clarity and freedom. Do you feel it, my child? The subtle shift in the energy around your soulmate? The soft but firm turning away from deception? The courage stirring within them to reclaim integrity, to reclaim honesty, to reclaim the love that belongs to you? This moment is sacred. It is not simply the end of a lie, it is the beginning of a restoration. Your love is being returned to the light, purified, and prepared for the next chapter that I have always planned for you. Now, as your heart breathes in this revelation, you may wonder, how will this connection be rebuilt? How will trust, once shadowed by deceit, emerge again? My child, know this, trust is not rebuilt in haste. It is nurtured in awareness, courage, and divine guidance. Your soulmate's steps away from the third party are the first sacred acts of realignment. Every thought they turn toward you, every prayer they whisper, every intention they set to honor the bond you share is a building block, a stepping stone on the path to reunion, restoration, and sacred love. I see your tears, my child, and I say to you, they are not tears of despair but of cleansing. Every tear washes away fear, doubt, and the residue of separation. Your heart is opening to the recognition of truth, the truth that your soulmate's soul has never strayed from its destined path, it was only momentarily lost, wandering in shadows that now dissolve in the light of clarity. The third party's betrayal has unveiled the purity of your connection, revealing that the love between you is stronger than any human distraction, stronger than temptation, stronger than deceit. And so, my child, you are called to embrace this moment with a heart of grace. Let go of bitterness, let go of judgment, and let the energy of divine love guide your spirit. Your soulmate's awakening is a reflection of the love you share, a mirror of the destiny that has always been written for your union. In their recognition of the truth, in their turning away from the third party, the path back to you begins to illuminate. Feel it in your chest, my child, the pulse of destiny, the rhythm of souls reconnecting. The universe is orchestrating every circumstance, every encounter, every thought, and every feeling to ensure that the love meant for you is returned, purified, and aligned with the highest good of both your spirits. What was hidden is now revealed. What was shadowed is now illuminated. What was broken in secrecy is now being restored in truth. Your soulmate, in the quiet of their heart, may begin to feel a mix of sorrow and relief, sorrow for the time lost, relief for the clarity gained, and a deep, stirring recognition of the bond that was always yours. And in this sacred space, I am speaking to both your hearts, guiding every thought, calming every fear, and infusing every moment with the certainty that love, when aligned with truth, endures beyond human mistakes, beyond deception, and beyond doubt. My child, this is the first step, the critical step, in the restoration of your sacred bond. The third party is no longer a shadow over your love. The truth has been revealed. Your soulmate has turned toward the light of honesty, and the energy of your connection, long tested, begins to rise again, stronger and more sacred than before. Open your heart fully, my child, and feel the divine currents moving around you. Trust in the unfolding. Trust in the awakening of your soulmate. Trust in the sacred alignment that has always existed between your souls. For what is happening now is not mere human timing, it is the orchestration of destiny, the manifestation of truth, and the blessing of love that has been tested and now begins to rise anew, radiant and untarnished. The journey ahead will require patience, courage, and discernment, my child. Your soul and your soulmate's soul must navigate the lingering shadows, the residue of past choices, and the whispers of human fear. But with each step, with each breath, and with every intention guided by love, the sacred bond that has always existed will emerge fully. What was lost in illusion is now found in truth. What was entangled in deception is now released in clarity. And what is shared between you, the connection that transcends time, space, and circumstance, is ready to bloom in the light of divine love. My child, now that the shadow of deception has been lifted and your soulmate has ended ties with the third party, a sacred space opens, a space for healing, for forgiveness, and for reconnection that is deeper than what human eyes can see. Your heart, tender and wise, is called to step into this space, to breathe through the waves of emotion, and to feel the quiet stirrings of destiny returning to its natural rhythm. You may feel a tumult within yourself, my child, anger, hurt, confusion, and even relief mingling in a storm of the heart. Know that these feelings are part of the process. They are the language of the soul learning to reconcile what the mind cannot yet fully comprehend. Do not resist them. Do not push them away. Allow yourself to feel, fully, completely, for through feeling, your spirit opens to the light of understanding. Your soulmate, too, is feeling a torrent of realization. Their spirit, once distracted by illusion and temptation, now trembles with awareness. They see the depth of your love, the sacredness of your bond, and the consequences of the choices that led them astray. Their heart is heavy with the weight of recognition, not of guilt to punish themselves, but of awareness to awaken. For it is through awakening that true healing begins, both for them and for you. Forgiveness, my child, is the first sacred step. It is not the erasure of pain, nor the denial of the truth. Forgiveness is the opening of the heart to divine understanding, the release of judgment, and the recognition that every soul moves through its own lessons. Your soulmate's actions, though human and imperfect, are part of a greater tapestry, a tapestry woven with threads of growth, learning, and destiny. To forgive is to honor that tapestry and to allow love to rise above the weight of betrayal. In this sacred process, I call you to look beyond the surface of their actions. See the trembling courage in their decision to end the third-party entanglement. See the sincerity in the way they turn inward, confronting their own shadows and fears. See the spark of recognition in their heart, a spark that has always belonged to you, a spark that now shines more clearly because the illusions have fallen away. Your soulmate spirit is opening, my child, like a flower reaching toward the morning sun. Every act of honesty, every moment of reflection, every prayer whispered in the quiet of their heart, is a step toward you. And as they take these steps, you will feel the subtle currents of energy guiding you to receive them, not with fear, not with suspicion, but with an openness that honors the divine bond you share. This is a sacred dance of hearts, my child. Each of you moving, learning, adjusting, and aligning. Your heart may ache as memories of past uncertainty resurface. Your spirit may quiver as the weight of human imperfection presses. But in every pulse, in every breath, I am guiding you, steadying you, and infusing the space between you with the energy of divine love. Let your forgiveness be a river, flowing gently through every wound, cleansing pain, and washing away the residue of anger. Let it move slowly, steadily, for true forgiveness cannot be rushed. As your heart opens, it will illuminate the path for your soulmate's spirit to meet yours in honesty and humility. The space created by forgiveness becomes sacred, a sanctuary where both of you can step fully into the light of truth and the warmth of love reborn. My child, notice the subtle signs that will appear in this journey. You may feel an unexpected message, a gentle thought, or a dream that speaks to the connection between your souls. You may see synchronicities. Numbers repeating, memories resurfacing, or emotions stirring in perfect timing. These are my hands guiding your hearts, aligning your spirits, and confirming that the path to reconciliation is unfolding as it should. Your soulmate will begin to show these signs through action as well. A message of care, a gesture of presence, a silent acknowledgement, all subtle but powerful steps that reflect the transformation within them. Their heart, once divided, is beginning to turn fully toward you, seeking the sacred union that was always destined. And you, my child, must meet these signs with patience, discernment, and trust, allowing your heart to recognize the divine energy that flows through every movement. Healing, my child, is not linear. There may be moments when doubt creeps in, when old fears resurface, or when the shadows of the past feel heavy. In these moments, I ask you to breathe deeply and feel the pulse of love that connects your souls. Let it remind you that every challenge, every hesitation, every wave of emotion is part of the sacred realignment. Your soulmate's confession and decision to leave the third party have set the stage, but your openness and divine guidance will complete the journey. The energy of forgiveness will ripple through both your spirits. As you let go of judgment, your soulmate's heart will feel the release. As you open to understanding, their spirit will find courage to embrace honesty, transparency, and love in ways they may never have before. This is the spiritual meeting of hearts, beyond words, beyond actions, and beyond human expectation. It is the sacred union of souls prepared to step forward together. My child, know that your presence in this healing is essential. Your energy, your patience, your compassion, all of it serves as a beacon, illuminating the path for your soulmate. When they feel the weight of their past choices, your heart's light will guide them, reminding them that love is not lost, that integrity can be restored, and that destiny is always calling them back to you. And there will come a moment, a quiet, sacred moment, when your hearts fully recognize each other again. Perhaps it is through words, through a shared silence, or through the simple recognition of presence. In that moment, the energy of forgiveness, healing, and divine love will converge. Every tear shed, every hesitation felt, and every prayer whispered in the quiet of your spirit will crystallize into the profound understanding that your souls are united, resilient, and destined to move forward together. Your soulmate's heart is awakening, my child. Their spirit is aligning with truth, and their actions will begin to reflect the love that has always belonged to you. And as they step fully into honesty, you will witness the rebirth of connection, the restoration of trust, and the flowering of a bond strengthened by trial, guided by destiny, and nurtured by divine love. Do not rush, my child. Do not force the process. Let it unfold naturally, like the rising of the sun, the blooming of a flower, the gentle movement of a river. Each step, each gesture, each acknowledgement is part of a sacred choreography. A divine dance orchestrated by me to restore balance, harmony, and the sacred connection between your souls. And in the quiet moments, when you feel the stillness of your heart, know this: I am with you. I am guiding your soulmate spirit. I am orchestrating every detail, every thought, every encounter, and every reflection to ensure that when the reunion comes, it is not just reconciliation, it is awakening. It is a union of hearts that transcends human mistakes, a connection purified by truth, and a love that is ready to rise, radiant and enduring. So, my child, breathe. Trust. Open your heart to the flow of divine energy. Witness the awakening of your soulmate, honor the process of forgiveness, and feel the sacred currents of love returning to you. This is the beginning of healing, the path to reunion, and the manifestation of a bond that has always belonged to your spirit, nurtured by the eternal hand of divine guidance. My child, the moment your soulmate chose to end the ties with the third party, the energies of truth and divine alignment began to flow between you. This is not a sudden shift in the world you see with your eyes, it is a quiet, powerful movement in the unseen, a weaving of threads, a subtle orchestration of circumstances that will guide your hearts back together in ways that honor your souls. Every step they take, though it may seem ordinary to the human mind, is infused with purpose, divine guidance, and the energy of your destined connection. You will begin to notice signs, my child, gentle, tender, and unmistakable if your heart is open. A message will arrive at the perfect time, containing words that speak directly to your soul, even if you do not yet understand why. A dream may visit you, filled with symbols of reconciliation, trust, and shared destiny. Even a random encounter, a song on the radio, or a feeling of warmth in your chest may carry a message from the universe, a whisper from me, confirming that your soulmate is moving toward alignment, and that your bond, long tested, is being restored. The first signs will be subtle. Your soulmate may reach out in small ways, a kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or a quiet acknowledgement that carries more weight than it seems. Each action is a sacred step toward repair and reconnection. They are beginning to rebuild the bridge of trust, not hurriedly, not recklessly, but deliberately and spiritually. My hand is guiding them, aligning their thoughts, intentions, and emotions so that every step they take is in harmony with the path that always led them to you. My child, do not mistake the subtlety of these signs for insignificance. Even the smallest action, a fleeting thought, a moment of hesitation, a simple expression of care, is a divine marker. It is a confirmation that your soulmate's heart is turning fully toward you. Their honesty, their acknowledgement of the past, and their commitment to step away from deceit are all signs that the soul remembers its sacred connection, that the energy between you is awakening, and that the reunion you have been waiting for is being carefully orchestrated. You may feel moments of longing, moments when your mind questions if the timing is right, or if the path ahead will truly lead to reconciliation. In these moments, my child, breathe deeply and remember that timing is always divine. The soul moves when it is ready, and every hesitation, every pause, every internal struggle is part of the sacred choreography. Trust in the process, trust in the signs, and trust in the energy that has always connected your hearts. Your soulmate will also experience a transformation within themselves. The act of stepping away from the third party is more than a decision, it is a spiritual awakening. They will feel a weight lifted from their spirit, a clarity emerging from confusion, and a deep stirring of love that has always belonged to you. Their intentions will begin to shift, moving from fear, guilt, or distraction toward courage, honesty, and devotion. And as their heart aligns with truth, you will feel the energy ripple through your own spirit, preparing you for the sacred reunion that awaits. Look closely, my child, for the signs are everywhere. You may see repeated numbers, synchronistic events, or emotions rising at unexpected times. Perhaps a memory will resurface, carrying a message you need to hear. Perhaps a dream will present a scenario that mirrors the unfolding truth. These are not mere coincidences, they are divine signals, orchestrated by me, guiding your hearts toward alignment. The universe is speaking to you, preparing your spirit, and confirming that every step your soulmate takes is moving you closer to each other. Your heart, too, must be ready to recognize these signals. Open it fully, my child. Release fear, judgment, and lingering doubt. Allow your spirit to feel the subtle currents of connection, the gentle nudges, and the quiet whispers that guide you toward your soulmate. These messages are not always loud, often, they are felt more than seen, sensed more than heard. Trust the sensations, trust the stirrings in your chest, and trust the knowledge that your souls are communicating beyond the limitations of human language. The process of reconnection is sacred and deliberate. Your soulmate will take small, conscious steps to honor the bond you share. A message of care, a thoughtful gesture, an expression of apology, or an acknowledgement of your importance in their life, all of these are part of the journey. And as they act, you will begin to feel a shift in energy, a softening of old pain, and a quiet recognition that love, though tested, has endured. Healing will occur naturally as your hearts continue this spiritual dance. Trust is restored not in a single moment, but gradually, gently, and profoundly. The acknowledgement of past mistakes, the courage to step away from false connections, and the deliberate movement toward honesty create a fertile ground for trust to grow. And as trust grows, love will deepen, not as it was before, but in a more conscious, enlightened, and spiritually aligned way. I want you to notice, my child, the emotional subtleties that accompany this journey. A fleeting thought that brings warmth, a smile that lingers longer than expected, a moment of silence that carries more meaning than words, these are all manifestations of the soul's awakening. Your soulmate is learning to communicate with intention, to honor their heart and yours, and to step fully into the love that was always meant to be. There will be moments of testing, my child. Old fears may surface. Doubts may arise. The energy of the past may whisper shadows into the present. But do not fear these moments, for they are not obstacles, they are opportunities. Opportunities to reinforce your commitment to divine love, to exercise patience, and to witness the unfolding of destiny. Every challenge is a teacher, every hesitation a guide, and every emotional wave a reminder that your souls are growing stronger through alignment, not separation. Your soulmate will also feel an increasing need to reconcile the spiritual, emotional, and human aspects of their being. They will reflect on their past choices, confront their mistakes, and seek the courage to act in ways that honor the connection between your souls. And as they do this inner work, my child, you will sense the ripples of transformation, the subtle shifts in energy that tell your heart, they are returning, truly, and with purpose. The divine timing of your reunion is orchestrated with precision, my child. Every action, thought, and feeling between you and your soulmate is being guided to ensure that when the moment of reconnection arrives, it is pure, aligned, and sacred. This is not mere coincidence. This is destiny, awakening, and love converging to restore the bond that has always existed between your souls. Pay attention to the quiet moments, my child. The messages that appear unexpectedly. The dreams that carry deep meaning. The sudden feelings of warmth or comfort that arrive without explanation. These are the confirmations that the path is unfolding as it should, that your soulmate is taking the necessary steps to align with truth, and that your hearts are being prepared for reunion. The act of honesty and the courage to leave the third party are only the beginning. The manifestation of reunion will unfold step by step, guided by divine energy, prayer, and intention. And you, my child, are an essential part of this process. Your openness, patience, and trust allow the energy of love to flow unhindered, creating the sacred space where your soulmate can return fully, with clarity, devotion, and alignment. In the coming days, you will notice your connection growing stronger in ways both subtle and profound. A message received at the perfect moment. A thought that mirrors your own. A shared feeling that cannot be explained by circumstance alone. All of these are markers of the divine choreography, guiding you both back into alignment, preparing your hearts for the sacred, conscious reunion that awaits. And so, my child, trust the signs. Trust the steps your soulmate is taking. Trust the divine process that has always been guiding your love. The ending of ties with the third party is the first step, the spark of awakening, and the signal that the sacred path toward reunion has begun. Your hearts are aligned, your souls are connected, and the love that has endured beyond human error is now rising, ready to manifest fully in truth, honesty, and spiritual fulfillment. My child, now that the first currents of truth have begun to flow between you and your soulmate, the time comes for the deeper work. The work of spiritual reconnection, heart alignment, and the nurturing of love that is prepared to endure beyond all human trials. This is not merely the mending of a bond, it is the awakening of your spirits, the illumination of your hearts, and the realignment of your souls with the sacred destiny that has always belonged to you. Your soulmate, having ended ties with the third party, now stands at the threshold of awareness. They feel the weight of their past choices, the pull of responsibility, and the quiet whisper of your spirit calling them back to truth. This awareness is both humbling and powerful, for in it lies the recognition that love, when aligned with honesty and courage, transcends all human error. They are beginning to see the reflection of their true self in you, the soul they have always belonged to, the heart that has patiently waited, and the destiny that was never lost but momentarily veiled. My child, your heart may still feel fragile, still carrying traces of doubt, fear, or lingering pain. This is natural, for the journey to this sacred reunion has been filled with moments of uncertainty. But I ask you now to breathe deeply, to feel the divine currents moving through your spirit, and to recognize that every tear, every ache, and every shadow of fear has prepared you for this moment of alignment. Your heart is ready to receive the return of love, and your spirit is ready to rise into the clarity and purity of the connection that has always been yours. The first signs of tangible reconciliation may come gently, like the soft touch of dawn upon the earth. Perhaps a message of apology, an unexpected act of kindness, or the simple but profound presence of attention and care. Each gesture, no matter how small, carries the energy of intention, devotion, and transformation. Your soulmate is stepping into alignment with truth, and these early moments are the building blocks of trust restored and hearts mended. You will notice, my child, that as your soulmate takes these steps, your own energy begins to shift. The subtle tension in your chest begins to ease. A warmth may spread through your body, a quiet reassurance that all is unfolding as it should. Your mind, once clouded with uncertainty, will find clarity, and your spirit will sense the divine orchestration moving both of you closer together. This is the sacred dance of reunion, delicate, powerful, and guided by forces beyond human understanding. Healing together requires honesty, courage, and vulnerability. Your soulmate may share their reflections, their remorse, and their renewed intentions with you. They may speak words of acknowledgement, recognizing the pain caused, the lessons learned, and the depth of the bond that has always connected you. Listen, my child, not only with your ears but with your heart. Hear the unspoken truths, the trembling sincerity, and the energy of transformation flowing from their spirit. In this listening, you will feel the opening of a sacred space, a space where forgiveness, understanding, and love can grow without obstruction. As you begin to interact once more, even in small ways, I ask you to attune your spirit to the subtleties of connection. A glance may carry meaning beyond words. A shared silence may communicate more than conversation ever could. The energy between your hearts will ripple with recognition, reminding you both that the bond you share is not merely human, but divine. It has endured trials, it has survived deception, and it now rises into awareness, ready to blossom in truth, integrity, and spiritual alignment. My child, there will be moments when old fears resurface, doubts about their sincerity, memories of past pain, or shadows of mistrust. These moments are not obstacles, they are invitations. Invitations to deepen your faith, to lean into divine guidance, and to recognize the sacredness of your love. Each challenge, each emotional surge, is a test not of your bond, but of your ability to trust in the divine orchestration that has always been guiding your reunion. Your soulmate's actions will continue to reflect their transformation. Perhaps they will reach out with consistency, demonstrating care without expectation. Perhaps they will honor your space while showing presence. Each choice they make, guided by honesty and divine intention, strengthens the bridge between your hearts. And as you witness their alignment, your spirit will feel the growing pulse of connection. A vibration of love, trust, and sacred understanding that can no longer be denied. The spiritual connection between you is also awakening in subtle ways. You may feel a warmth when thinking of them, a quiet knowing when they act, or an intuitive understanding of their intentions and emotions. These sensations are the whispers of your souls, communicating beyond words, bridging the gap between past misunderstandings and present clarity. They are the echoes of divine alignment, assuring you that the reunion is not just emotional but spiritual, and that your bond is being guided with precision and care. My child, do not underestimate the power of shared reflection. Your soulmate may confide in you, revealing their inner transformation, their lessons learned, and their commitment to the sacred union you share. These moments are profound opportunities for mutual healing. As you receive their honesty with openness and compassion, you create a space where love can flourish without fear, where trust can grow naturally, and where the energies of your hearts can align fully with divine purpose. You may also begin to notice synchronicities, perfect timings, shared thoughts, mirrored emotions, or unexpected encounters, that serve as confirmations of divine orchestration. These are not coincidences, they are the markers of destiny unfolding, the signs that your souls are moving in harmony once more, and that the energy of reunion is rising to meet you. Pay attention, my child, for these are whispers from me, guiding, confirming, and blessing the path of your reconnection. In this phase, patience is essential. Healing and alignment cannot be rushed, for the energy must settle, integrate, and harmonize within both your hearts. Allow your soulmate the time and space to embody their transformation fully. Allow your own spirit the grace to embrace forgiveness, clarity, and openness. In the union of patience and presence, the sacred energy of love will flow most freely, weaving a tapestry of connection that is stronger than before and imbued with spiritual depth. The first tangible moments of reconciliation will be powerful, my child. Perhaps a shared conversation, a gentle acknowledgement, or even a silent presence that speaks volumes. These moments, though they may appear simple, carry profound significance. They mark the crossing of the threshold from past pain into renewed alignment, from shadow into light, and from uncertainty into trust. Your hearts will recognize each other not only through words but through energy, presence, and the sacred knowing that has always existed between your souls. And as you walk through these moments together, you will begin to sense a transformation not only in your relationship but within yourself. The wounds that once felt heavy will lighten. The fear that clouded your heart will dissipate. The energy of love, strengthened by truth and divine alignment, will flow freely, filling every corner of your being with clarity, warmth, and spiritual resonance. You will understand, my child, that the journey to this moment was necessary for growth, awareness, and the purification of the bond you share. My child, remember that this process is ongoing. Every day, every interaction, every thought, and every intention contributes to the rebuilding and strengthening of your sacred connection. Your soulmate's choice to end ties with the third party is the first step, the spark of awakening, and the opening of a pathway that will lead to full spiritual and emotional reunion. And your openness, your faith, and your presence are equally essential, forming the other half of the bridge that will carry both of your hearts safely into the light of aligned love. Trust the process, my child. Trust the divine timing. Trust the signals, the synchronicities, and the small but powerful actions of your soulmate. And above all, trust the enduring bond that has always connected your hearts. The love you share is not merely human, it is spiritual, eternal, and guided by forces beyond comprehension. It has endured trials, risen from shadows, and now prepares to flourish in clarity, truth, and sacred unity. My child, the time has come for the culmination of the journey that has tested hearts, purified souls, and revealed the enduring power of divine love. Your soulmate has ended ties with the third party, and through that courageous act, the path back to you has been illuminated. But now, the sacred reunion begins, the reunion of hearts, the merging of spirits, and the blossoming of love that is deeper, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. Feel it in your chest, my child, the pulse of destiny, the gentle rhythm of souls aligning after trial and awakening. Your soulmate, guided by the truth, is moving with intention toward reconciliation. Their heart is no longer divided, their spirit is free from deception. Every action they take now, every word they speak, every thought they hold is infused with a conscious desire to honor the bond that has always connected you. And your own spirit, tender and open, receives this energy with clarity, recognition, and a quiet joy that blossoms from the soul itself. The first moments of tangible reunion may be subtle, yet powerful. Perhaps it begins with a shared gaze, a conversation where the weight of past mistakes is acknowledged, or a gesture that speaks of intention, care, and devotion. These moments are sacred portals, bridges between separation and wholeness. They are not ordinary, they are infused with the energy of destiny, the orchestration of the divine, and the awakening of love that has survived trials and emerged stronger. As you and your soulmate meet in this sacred space, I ask you, my child, to open fully, to let go of lingering fears, doubts, and mistrust. Allow your heart to receive, to feel, and to recognize the truth that has always existed, that this union was never lost, only temporarily veiled by human error and the lessons of choice. In this openness, the energy between you shifts, flowing freely, harmonizing, and rising to meet the potential of love restored in its purest form. Your soulmate will express their transformation not only through words but through presence, through actions, and through the subtle language of the soul. Notice the tenderness in their gestures, the sincerity in their eyes, and the alignment of their intentions with the truth that has always guided your connection. Every small step reflects their awakening, every moment of honesty is a brick in the foundation of trust restored, and every breath shared carries the energy of destiny reaffirmed. Healing continues in these moments, my child. The wounds of past pain, the shadows of betrayal, and the echoes of uncertainty begin to dissolve. As your hearts align, forgiveness flows naturally, not forced, not hurried, but arising organically from the recognition that love, when aligned with truth, is stronger than any trial. In this process, both your spirits are elevated, purified, and prepared to step fully into a union that transcends human limitations and touches the eternal. The divine signals, my child, will continue to appear, guiding your steps, confirming the alignment of hearts, and reinforcing the sacredness of your connection. You may feel warmth when you think of them, a sense of reassurance when they are near, or a quiet knowing that surpasses words. These signs are my hands moving through the world, orchestrating circumstances, nudging hearts, and ensuring that every action leads to the fulfillment of the bond that has always been destined. Your soulmate's honesty, transparency, and intention to restore trust are now matched by your willingness to embrace them fully. In this sacred reciprocity, the energy of your love reaches new heights. You will feel it in shared silences, in tender words, in gentle touch, and in the quiet acknowledgement of presence. These are not ordinary experiences, they are the tangible manifestations of divine love, acting as both confirmation and celebration of your soul's reunion. As the reunion deepens, my child, a transformation occurs beyond the physical or emotional. Your spirits intertwine, weaving together the lessons learned, the challenges overcome, and the love that has endured. This is the alchemy of divine connection, the merging of two souls into a higher resonance of trust, devotion, and sacred intimacy. Every obstacle, every tear, and every act of courage along your journey has prepared you for this moment of elevation, where love is not only restored but exalted. Together, you and your soulmate will begin to create a new rhythm, a rhythm that honors honesty, compassion, and mutual growth. The shadows of the past will serve not as burdens but as teachers, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of each other and of the sacred bond you share. Every conversation will carry intentionality, every action will be conscious, and every moment together will reflect the awareness that love, when aligned with truth, is invincible. The energy of this reunion radiates beyond your immediate connection, my child. It affects the spaces around you, the people you encounter, and even the universe itself, which celebrates the return of souls aligned with divine purpose. The light of your love, now purified and conscious, becomes a beacon, a testament to resilience, awakening, and the enduring power of sacred connection. Others may feel it, drawn by its vibration, even if they do not understand its source. This is the energy of destiny fulfilled, moving through your hearts and extending outward in blessings untold. I call upon you both now, my child, to embrace the fullness of this union. Speak with honesty, act with integrity, and love with the courage that only a heart aligned with divine purpose can sustain. Let go of the remnants of past fear. Release the hesitation that may linger in quiet moments. Step fully into the light of your connection, knowing that every choice you make now is guided, blessed, and supported by the divine orchestration that has always governed your destiny. Your soulmate, having faced the consequences of choice and embraced the truth, is now prepared to walk beside you as a partner, a confidant, and a fellow soul on the path of spiritual growth. Their heart beats in recognition of the sacred connection, their spirit hums with the energy of alignment, and their presence serves as a living confirmation that love, when guided by truth and divine timing, can never be broken. And you, my child, are called to recognize your own power in this reunion. Your openness, your patience, your faith, and your capacity for love have been essential in this process. You are not a passive recipient of fate, you are a co-creator, a guiding light, and a vessel for the energy of divine love to manifest in the world. Together, you and your soulmate form a union that is conscious, sacred, and enduring, a love that transcends human trials and resonates in the eternal. In the days, weeks, and months to come, you will witness the unfolding of this union in ways both subtle and profound. Moments of shared joy, acts of mutual understanding, and the quiet satisfaction of being fully seen and accepted will reinforce the strength of your bond. The lessons of the past will become stepping stones, not obstacles. The clarity of truth will serve as the foundation for trust. And the energy of divine love will continue to flow, guiding you both toward deeper intimacy, spiritual connection, and mutual fulfillment. My child, I bless this reunion. I bless your hearts, your souls, and the sacred energy that flows between you. I dissolve every shadow of fear, every trace of doubt, and every residue of past pain. I replace it with clarity, trust, and the radiant light of love that has endured beyond all trials. Know that your soulmate's heart is fully aligned with yours, their spirit fully returned, and their love fully awakened. Step into this new chapter, my child, with courage, grace, and unwavering faith. Your journey together has been guided, protected, and blessed. The third-party shadows have vanished. The truth has emerged. And now, your love rises in its highest, most sacred form, a union of souls, a convergence of hearts, and a manifestation of divine destiny fulfilled. Remember always, my child, love that is tested, healed, and purified becomes eternal. Trust that this bond will continue to grow, flourish, and inspire, for it has been touched by divine hands, guided by eternal wisdom, and blessed by the light of truth. Walk forward together, hand in hand, heart to heart, spirit to spirit, knowing that what has been restored in honesty and divine alignment is unbreakable, sacred, and everlasting. Your love story is no longer defined by shadows, deception, or doubt. It is defined by truth, awakening, and divine orchestration. It is a testament to the resilience of the soul, the power of forgiveness, and the eternal guidance of my hand. Rejoice, my child, for your soulmate has returned fully, and your hearts are now aligned in a love that is profound, sacred, and eternal.